Testing, testing, 1, 2. Just kidding. Put Carmex on it. Hello and welcome to today's p+log. Today is not Monday, not Tuesday, but Wednesday. Woo, hump day. I'm actually that sounded like fake enthusiasm, and it was. I'm not really excited for hump day. I just know that it's a big deal for people where days actually are horrible. I don't know. I mean, I understand. Never mind. Let's move on. I wanted to show you what I'm working on. Ooh, look at that line. Let's see if I can get it right across. Ooh, cut the line in half. Ooh, symmetry king. Ooh. That's what someone put on TikTok. I only watch the compilations on YouTube. I am working on candy canes for my father. He's a Christmas baby, so don't ask, don't tell. Well, I just told, but it doesn't matter. And I'm saying all of that to say that's why I'm dressed like Santa Claus. Psych, I just felt like dressing like Santa Claus, but I also have to be making candy canes. It's my homework, it's my duty, it's my responsibility. Let's move on because the video is not about making candy canes. I did not record a p+log in the last 24 hours, although in the last 24 hours, big ideas have come. In fact, I'm so excited, I don't know what to do with myself, to the point where I could not sleep on time. I'm not endorsing staying up. In fact, there was a time, and I think it was because I really needed to manage myself. But there was a time, let's move this out of my face. There was a time that despite all the great ideas that I used to have, I forced myself to not let them keep me up because I wanted to value my sleep, specifically because I was working so much, and I didn't have the luxury to be able to stay up and just start writing ideas and or typing ideas because I use my phone. And you don't need light to write down notes on your phone. But yeah, so last night, it really started even before bedtime. It was just a whole bunch of ideas. What are those ideas? Well, it's ideas for this house, y'all. I know I talked about it a while ago on an unlisted p+log, but I talked about how I want to have a cousin's house, and it's just my way of saying a house where people can hang out and just be together and enjoy each other. And I use cousins as a reference because I'm a very family-oriented person. Despite only having one brother, I have actually a really big family, and I love being around a lot of people that I know and care about. So again, I have to know them. I can't handle being in such a big group unless I'm getting to know them. That's the exception, but I tend to love being around people who I already know. And I was especially in that environment for the past year, from November of last year till about October of this year. I came back to Texas. I was in Maryland with my family on my mom's side. They live in Maryland. They have been such a blessing. I mean, it's just crazy because they're just family. But here's the thing. Family is a blessing, and not everyone can say that they have family in their life. So I definitely uh, feel blessed to have such a family. And it's not just on my mom's side, even on my dad's side. For the most part, I actually grew up with family on my dad's side. And proud to be a Makubwa. Not that I'm not proud to be a Makubwa, but it's just I love family beyond just family. I love family that is family because we love each other, we care about each other. I even learned what it means to have a work family, working at Valley Mansion in Maryland. Just people who, because you have to go through every party together. It's like you have to push through. You have to encourage each other. Somebody has to step up to lead. Somebody has to step up to, everyone takes their own role, and it's not so like, oh, because you're the eldest. It's more of how you work. So I'm oriented more towards a work-based family, and that's not just something of myself. I think having that mentality is also biblically sound, and therefore it should be the mindset. I think for us Christians is to have a family-oriented mind where you will do anything for your family, and family that is not just blood, but family that y'all will go through things together. Jesus, when it was in like Matthew 12, and I know it because I used to quote it so much to my family. But yeah, when people were saying, "Hey, your mother and your brothers, they're asking for you," and then Jesus was like, "Who's my mother? Who are my brothers? They aren't." Like he was kind of just owning them, but not really. He was just saying that people who he really responds to isn't because of blood, but because of truth and spirit. People who are wanting to abide in the will of the Father, and that was something that he said even in that verse, that those who seek to follow the will of my Father are my mothers and my brothers. So anyways, family is great. I love family, but more importantly, wow, that took 7 minutes. But more importantly, I love family that does the will of the Father and work towards building the kingdom and, glorifying God, all of that. So anyways, that's my explanation for what a cousin's house is. It's not necessarily only people who are blood, but it's just in my personal experience, I've been with family for the most part. But these ideas... Oh, thanks, Mom. She found scissors. Woo. I don't need them though. I'll be folding like this. I'm trying to make the strip for the candy cane. Because I tried, y'all. I tried. I tried to tear it. Looks like confetti, though. Who wants trees? You know what I mean? No. People don't know that. Only if you're a top fan do you know that. Or TOP. Whew. TOP line. Final low. What were we talking about? Yes, the cousin's house. So, the cousin's house has been developed further to the fact that I have labeled spaces of the house. Yes. In fact, right now, I'm upstairs, the game room. You could call it the upper room if you want to. I want to call it that because this is a place where people hang out. This will be a place where we eat. This will be a place where we have games. This is a place where just the spirit can move, and it is a little bit more closed than downstairs, so that's why I think I like this space. Yes, downstairs. Downstairs has really been established. And I know that some people may laugh watching this, specifically people who have heard my ideas, because they would know that my ideas tend to change pretty frequently. But the way I see it, and this is my philosophy, my belief, that God's plans don't change, but ours will. And that is because as we're learning more about God and His will for our lives, because, He has this will for humanity and for all things that glorify Him. But in our lives, we each have a different role in that will. So as we discover what that is, And if we're obedient, we will change. So there was a point where I said, I'm going to have a pecan house. And when I said pecan house, I wish I had my journal, but I literally lost it, my sketch journal. I mean a literal pecan house where I'll build it out of clay if I needed to, like I've seen some of these people do it, and shape it like a pecan coming out of the ground, like a big old pecan. And it's still honestly my dream to have that happen. I just don't think I'll be doing it all by myself, and I won't be doing that now. It's more of a, oh, when I retire, I'm gonna live in a pecan, you know. But yeah, that kind of tells how I feel about who I'm going to be living with. I feel like I'm going to be living with myself. But that's not the point. The point is our plans change. I thought I was going to be living in a van, a bus. I'm in my mom's house, you know. Things change. But I am rejoicing every time. Okay, not every time. Sometimes I'm really confused. And I'm like, God, what's going on? What am I supposed to do? But I rejoice when I focus on God, because when you realize that your life is for God, not for yourself, not for proving to people anything. I'm a recovering people pleaser, that's why I'll talk about people a lot. But when you realize it's about God and that God's turning you towards something that glorifies Him more, like that is great, because then it's like, yes, for sure, I'm doing God's work. Like for sure, I'm not doing this just for me. Sometimes I'm speaking, as I'm speaking, y'all, I'm gonna admit, I'm like, is this really the truth though? Like, am I really feeling like this is for God? Like, when I was talking about, for instance, the whole, feeling like my foot is in two sides of a different path, two sides of different paths, one that goes to life, one that goes to a barren land. I still think, am I feeling that is true, even though I'm choosing not to go to school? Like, I still have some doubt, and I think it's just because there's a faith element to all of this. Like, and it is, a lot of, I've said this before, a lot of what I'm doing is faith-based. So, I'm not doing it because things are so certain. I'm still trying to grow into believing, and that comes with reading the Bible. I've been doing a live stream on Facebook, trying to start that up. And just having trust in God through the process of Him, you know, putting you in certain places, training you, also preparing other people. Because, you know, we all work together. We're all on this planet for each other to glorify God. Like, it's not just, only I will glorify God and I'll be the best God glorifier. No. We're just puzzle pieces. I mean, I've talked about this in the entrepreneur video, Formation of an Entrepreneur. We each have a need and we each have a gift that when you see yourself, you will find another person who you will fit their need as well as they'll fit yours through their gift. And it's just like that. It's a beautiful building of the kingdom upon this cornerstone, which is Jesus. And it's only when it's on truth, it's only when you realize, what are your needs? What are your gifts? What can you contribute? What do you need help with to contribute? Like, it's that sort of idea, and it's all when you're thinking of Christ, will it be built accordingly. So, what was I talking about earlier? Oh gosh. Yes, changing plans because they glorify God, and we all work together. Cool. So, back to the house. Cousin house, day 2. So, downstairs, by the way, the house will be pecan themed. I've already warned my mom and my brother. This house will be different. It's gonna be a pecan house. Yeah, looks like I never left the whole pecan thing. Maybe I gotta change my YouTube name back to Precious Pecans. No. Anyways, yeah, this will be a pecan house, but it's a cousin's house. It's a house that is for people, not for, oh, look at all these pecans. It's a house for people. It's a house for truth and spirit to, be experienced. And the living rooms, the two living rooms, they aren't really set. Like, I have an idea of them, but they're not really like pecan themed. But I want to talk about the kitchen. The kitchen, it's gonna be mauve because that's like my favorite purple right now, and I think it's because it's such a neutral purple pink color. I love it so much. The kitchen's gonna be mauve, y'all, and in the center, the island, it will be a pecan. Don't believe me? That's for you. But it's gonna be a pecan half there, and then a pecan like chandelier sort of thing. Y'all, it's so lit. Now that I think about it, because of the chandelier, I think it'll have to be cast iron instead of like a black iron sort of thing instead of wood, which is going to make the carpentry a little bit difficult. But that's not for me to worry about right now. I'm just sharing with you why I stayed up last night. So I was daydreaming about the pecan house. Then I was daydreaming about bringing some people to help. And we'll have a fun little cousin time. And yeah, and then, with the whole pecans thing going on, I was like, you know what? We gotta have some shirts. We'll have them be pecan themed because this is like the pecan project, and they'll remember this pecan project. And there will also be events where we need to like raise money because this is gonna be expensive. So we'll do a garage sale for sure. We'll probably do a lemonade stand. But one thing I want us to do as well is some tutoring. Something that I wanted to do with my Plan A Plus, but I think a little bit more diversity in the group would be great. Because Plan A Plus isn't just one-on-one. It is so much more than that. And yeah, just imagining how these people are giving themselves to other people, like the way Plan A Plus entails to do, is what a pecan is. And like giving yourself wholly, like what a pecan. This is why being a pecan used to be such a big deal to me. It's because when you give yourself, when you sacrifice yourself as a seed, you can give fruit to many more seeds and provide for many more people. And it's just so wonderful, this idea. And it is very biblical. It is very biblical if you just read the Gospel of John, if you just read Paul's letters. It is a very giving life as a Christian. It is a very sacrificial life. I know there are some people I'm not going to name, but they know who they are. If they're watching this video, they know about our conversation. And they don't believe it's totally sacrificial. They believe it is something where you give parts of yourself. Sure, but that is not how I see Christianity at all. With the way Jesus led his life, and it was more than just what needed to be done. It was the pattern of how we are to live our lives, which is, we'll hear that. How there's the first Adam, here's the second Adam. That is in the Bible. Romans, it's in Corinthians. Y'all can read that. If not, I'll read it at some point, so you don't have to worry about finding it. But you could just look it up. The pattern of Adam, whatever. But yeah, it's a very sacrificial life. And just to see that this time of us being together, we could do something like that, I was so excited. And ideas just couldn't stop coming, to the point where even a whole presentation, a whole visualization came of it. And I'm not going to share it because it's supposed to be a surprise for everybody. But it will be on this channel. If not, it'll be on a Plan A Plus channel. I don't know if I'll be making a Plan A Plus channel. I know that I do want to, put more stuff out there, but this channel has kind of just been what it is, which is me talking, and I kind of like that. But I will get to share what that is, and I'm very excited for what it can become. But again, it's just incredible. God really can speak, y'all. And again, it has to do with focusing on Him. Because the ideas of me talking about this house was there. Notice how I can't even do it. I can't multitask, y'all. I can't walk and chew gum. I can't walk and chew gum. Anyways, the idea that a time of fellowship and a time of love can be a time to teach and a time to learn. Like, that is so incredible. And that's only God, y'all. Like, this idea did not come to me just because, you know, like, everything I was thinking, like, the intention was, it needs to be free. This is going to be something that people will have an impression of Planning Plus. And it's going to be the impression about, you know, being free gift. And this is sharing pecans, you know? And it was just like, oh my gosh. There's this beautiful picture, and I'm not going to share it. But I'll tell you, I did make an animation of it once. I think I posted it somewhere. I probably didn't. But if I did, I'm gonna share it on wherever it was. I think it was on my current Instagram that's on this YouTube, which is the precarious one. Anyways, it's just incredible how when you focus on God, He can really just give you ideas that really glorify Him. And once again, when you are someone who's into glorifying God, you'll just be so happy that it's something so different than what you would have come up with by yourself. And it's great. It's so great. God. I'm excited. That's basically it. That's as much as I'm going to share. I can share a little bit more by saying there will be some dancing going on. I know y'all don't see me dancing. My cousins know I struggle with it. But there will be some dancing. So just keep that in mind. Dancing. Ugh. But yay. Ugh. Yay. Ugh. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'm sorry that this was kind of all over the place, but I feel like this was better than usual. Thank you for watching. I am very excited. I hope you are. The cousin house. I'm talking like this. I'm so excited. Okay, back to candy cane making. Bye.